So today I've got two awesome gear heads that I use for real estate. And if you're not using a gear head in real estate, let me tell you, way better than a ball head. And I'm going to be going over all of that right here in this video here today. You're not going to want to miss it out. What's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Paul, and I run a channel that inspires other creators that your future is whatever you make it. I do that through gear reviews and tutorials. I've got two gear heads that have been like on the top of my list. Honestly, I've been using this Benro for like the longest time, mainly because it's got all the features and things I need out of a gear head, and it's affordable price. There are a few things that I kind of like were annoyed about it, and then I found this FCONCEPT gear head, and it quickly became my main gear head. I wanted another one because it's nice to have a backup. I actually dropped this one on the floor, and this little like piece here kind of bent a little bit, and I was able to bend it right back into place. I did reach out to Benro and just see what kind of like their warranty was like. I figured it wasn't going to be covered, and like I figured, they said, sorry, go kick rocks. You know, if you want to send it in, we'll repair it and tell you what the repair quote is. But you were gonna have to, you know, so you had to send it in to us, and then we could tell you. I don't know. It was, at first I was a little worried about this thing, but it's been since then, even though this like literally was like bent, I was able to bend it back into place with a good tool, and it's been very sturdy, you know. So as much as I hate on that, it's been holding up. So I thought it would be a good idea either way to have a backup. And when KNF reached out to me to say, hey, you want to review anything on our website, I was breezing through and I was like, you know what? There actually is something that works really great for me, and I'm really tempted to see if yours is better, because price-wise, these both line up to about the same thing. Right now, the Benro is sitting at $175, and the FCONCEPT is sitting at $188. So roughly the same cost. A lot of the times too, KNF runs a lot of discounts and coupon codes on Amazon, and you can get it for even cheaper. So those are things to keep an eye out for, where the Benro pretty much stays at this same consistent price unless it's like, you know, Black Friday or something like that. But then they both go on sale. So I tend to find this KNF on sale more often than I have this Benro, but you know, there's more differences than just the minor price tag for both of those, and we're going to get into that today. I'm just going to say that I've been using the FCONCEPT for my last number of real estate shoots, because I don't like using any of this stuff one or two times just to see if I like the difference. I want to make sure if I'm going to suggest a product to you guys that it is actually something that I stand behind. And so I can definitely say, after using this FCONCEPT, not to spoil anything, but if you just want to know my quick opinion, yes, I think the FCONCEPT is better than the Benro overall, not just for, you know, the build quality and functionality, but because they're very similar. The Benro just has a few other like small minor differences that doesn't make it as good, but it also has some things that are better than this. So they're both like a toss, and if you're just going strictly on price, I mean, I guess go for the Benro. But I will say, like I said, the FCONCEPT is regularly on sale, so you really need to check it out, and it is 100% metal. This thing is just fantastically built. I love the way this thing is built. The Benro, I mean, it's made of like full plastic. It doesn't feel cheap, but like you can see this KNF and it's like, yep, this thing is just premium. I mean, you got like metal knobs. The knobs on this thing are like super sturdy. You know, it's just an all metal construction. I love the regular normal Arca Swiss. This one's got, the Benro has some, the first flaw for me is it's got this weird locking thing where you gotta kind of pull it out and then you can turn it. And it's just, you know, and then obviously I dropped it a little bit so it doesn't work as well as it normally should right out of the box. So don't completely rate this one bad, but you know, it still has that same design where you got to pull it out and then you can turn it. You can't turn it, which I mean, some people would say is a plus too, because you don't have to worry about turning it while it's, you know, like that. But you know, it won't open. So like right here, it's not going to turn anymore. You can't. The only way to get it to open up is literally to pull on it and keep twisting, and then you can loosen it up enough to get the plate out. So it's, you know, it's a nice little safety feature, I guess, but I personally just like the regular, just Arca twist, and I feel like I can get this down really nice and tight, and it's not gonna go anywhere. I did put my quick release plate on here, and I found that it's not nearly as, like, doesn't lock in as well, probably because the stock plate is a little bit wider than the FalCam. So I just mount my FalCam right on top of the stock plate, and because I love my F38 plate, just quick release, boom. So, but this is fully metal construction, so the K&F overall design is great. They both have the same functionality. They have these like knobs that you can like do quick turns, so you can pull down a knob and turn it into whatever position you want it to be for each of those gears. And this, the Benro also has it, but it's like a plasticky, like, you know, I like the design. It's really easy to just get your finger there and just turn it. Whereas, like, there's only one of those here on the K&F, but I mean, I don't find that I need more than one. It's just no matter where you put your hand on the Benro, you're gonna get one of those, you know, spots. So that is kind of nice. But once again, this is all like a plasticky build, where this is all just metal. It's beefy and brawny. And it's, the funny part is it's still kind of smaller. Like the footprint of it is, you know, these side arms are not nearly as big. So over the overall footprint of this is even slightly smaller. I will say that they feel about the same. This one feels a little bit heavier, obviously, because it's the metal design. This one feels a little lighter because the plasticky design. This has more levels on it, so where they both have the same top level right here, this also has one on the side here and one on the side here. So the one on the side for the K&F is actually on the lever. So this one does have a side one. It's literally only just missing the back one. And for me, it's not really that big of a deal. I mainly just use the top one, or I just use my camera screen as a level. And I also have like a little level on my Hotshoe, like a little, you know, Hotshoe plate. It has a level built into it. So that's that. But if you're going for a level, this has more levels than this one does by one. That one on the back. Overall, it's a plasticky build. And like I said, I've had this one longer than this one, and this one's held up even through a drop. The only thing that bent was like this little wheel, but even the wheel itself didn't like break or shatter or anything like that. And the wheel is also plastic. There's like a metal piece that goes in the middle of it, but I gotta hand it to it. At least it held up to a pretty big drop to the concrete floor. But you know, I'm a little more confident in this thing. If the same thing happened to this thing, I mean, it's just a big hunk of metal. So would this pen have bent? Possibly, I don't know. I'm not going to test it out because I think it's made very well. And feature for feature, honestly, they both kind of have the same exact stuff. They have levels, they've got a little, I mean, they look very identical other than the fact that this one is aluminum, this one's not. This one's like $10 more, but this one's not aluminum. So personally, I spend the extra $10 and have a full aluminum geared head, because honestly, functionality for functionality, they're both about the same. I didn't experience any issues with the Benro, but I really like the K&F. So if I was going back today and I was purchasing one of these for real estate, which if you're into real estate, like I said, throw the ball head in the trash can. Not really, but just get one of these. You will not be sorry. Like this, it just makes things so much faster. You don't have to worry about like leveling all the legs on your tripod. You can just use the geared head and get the 3 different spots to be completely level where you need them to be. It works like a champ. And this is where the gear head really comes in handy, because this ground is not level and I don't have to worry about leveling it with a ball head or anything like that. Just go until my camera tells me it's level and then do the rest by eye. Now this is my new go-to, the K&F Concept. I just like the metal build. The knobs, you know, they're smooth. If I had one complaint, I would say, I don't know, the knobs are slightly easier to turn on the Benro. The little indents on the Benro are a little bit better, but I mean, it's like nickels and dimes, to be completely honest with you, like so close. I mean, they both functionally move really easily, and of course, the more you use your gear, the more you break it in, the looser it'll get over time. But I gotta say, like, I was super impressed. I was not really expecting this out of the K&F. I thought I was seriously gonna just be sticking with my Benro, but when I saw that K&F had one, I'm like, wow, okay, well, let's try it. It looks like it's a tank. It looks like it's made of metal, and sure enough, it is. So I like the metal design. I'm gonna go with, and I really don't care too much for this locking Arca plate design. I just like the regular, just good old twisted down Arca plate. So those two things kind of make it a better geared head for me for the K&F Concept. So I gotta hand it to K&F, man. Great job, guys. Fantastic product. I love it. It's so good. If you are shooting real estate, you have to have a gear head. There's just no way around it. It will make your life so much faster. If you thought you were blowing through houses quickly without the geared head and you're using a ball head, once you start getting used to these 3 different movements, you are just gonna blow through houses, because this makes leveling your camera so much easier. I gotta hand it to Dobo from Original Dobo. He led me on to this one, and I'm super happy that he did, because man, I'm not going back to a ball head. These are a must now for any real estate shoot that I do. So I got both of these still. Like I said, I'm going with the K&F for my day in, day out. This is now turned into my backup in case something goes wrong with this one, or say I want, I don't know, 2 tripods. I can have 2 gear head on it. I don't know why I would want 2 tripods, because I just use one, but just blow through the house. That's my goal is to get in and get the heck out as soon as I possibly can. So these 2 tools get that job done super well. Check them out. Links down in the description below. K&F Concept. If there's a coupon code below, use it. Go to their website. Order it up. Let them know I sent you by. But either way, thanks for watching this far. If you're still watching, sorry. But anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube things, and you guys know that I will see you in the future.